It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Excuse number 7 to go to Bob Rose for Sports, the emergency meeting.
Hey, boss, I've got a meeting with Tito, Jose, and Jack.
Excuse number 24, the overworked mom.
I've got like 5 stops to make. I'm just gonna wing it.
Excuse number 42, the sick kid.
Sorry, boss, my kid's sick today.
The best pizza, the best chicken, and the best wings are at Bob Rose Point After and Bob Rose North End Zone.
Good times together.
H2O for You is your water store. H2O for You is the solution for cleaner dishes, clothes, showers, and tubs, and water that tastes fantastic. Your water store will even test your family's water for free. And all of our equipment comes with free basic installation. Having issues with your current water system? Your water store services most brands. Have the clean, soft, great-tasting water your family deserves. Go to softwater.com or call 258-SOFT today.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
We are committed to delivering world-class eye care and surgical vision correction for patients. But patients shouldn't choose us because of that. Patients should come here because we are committed to ensuring they are comfortable, feel cared for, and are heard throughout the process. And we're always committed to doing the right thing for the patient. And I'm committed to being at my best for each and every patient.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
Mitchell Electric, providing top-of-the-line electrical service since 1975. Mitchell Electric can help you solve your electrical needs with upgrades, remodeling, new construction, rewiring, and troubleshooting, among the many services Mitchell Electric provides. Let Mitchell Electric light up your world today. Mitchell Electric, proud sponsor of Dakota Valley Athletics.
Go Panthers!
When the thermometer drops or the snow falls, you better come in to Baumgars, where we've got what you need when you need it. Like batteries and booster cables, sand tubes, ice scrapers, and antifreeze to keep you mobile this winter. Baumgars is the place for ice melt and snow blowers, heated pet bowls, and keep you warm clothing, like insulated boots, gloves, coveralls, and coats of all kinds. From the Midwest to the Rockies, when the cold wind blows, Baumgars got you covered.
KCAU and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click Live Sporting Events under the Sports tab. KCAU 9 and Metro Sports TV. We're Siouxland proud.
Live today from the Valley Fieldhouse, Metro Sports TV and Caliber Homes is proud to present live high school basketball. Today, it is the State Crossover Classic here at Valley High. Three extraordinary games. Our first tip-off will be Norwalk versus Johnston. Metro Sports TV is the leader in live high school sports streaming across the Midwest, now featured in Sioux City, Sioux Falls, Des Moines, and the Lakes region, and on demand wherever you may be. Whatever device you like to use, find Metro Sports TV on YouTube, online with our tremendous partners, KCAU Channel 9 Sioux City, KFSY Channel 13 in Sioux Falls, Premier Communications, and Fox Sports Radio. For the best in live high school sports, watch Metro Sports Television all season long. Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Schultz. I'll be with Steve Marino, who will be doubling as our color commentator and our producer today as we get set for what we think will be a terrific day of basketball. Today's presentation is brought to you by Danielle Seifert Realty. Live somewhere you love. And with Caliber Homes, Danielle Seifert, our proud presenter of today's basketball game, as we get set for Norwalk coming into this basketball game after a tough loss last night to Dallas Center Grimes by 60-56. They'll take on the tough Johnston Dragons, who come into this basketball game 9-7. They had a big win last night, 53-36 over Ankeny Centennial. And ironically, we have seen these two teams in sub-state the last 2 years. Norwalk against Sioux City East just 2 years ago. Norwalk with a big, exciting win there. They went on the state tournament. And then last year, in what was just a complete physical slugfest, Johnston nipped the East High Black Raiders, who we will see here later on this afternoon, the Johnston Dragons and the Norwalk Warriors. It's going to be a great basketball game here today. 9-7 versus 8-8. Steve Marino, thanks for joining us here today, doing double duty. Exciting venue here at the State Crossover Classic.
Yeah, thank you for having me here, Pat. You know, coming from Sioux Falls, it's a little bit of a drive, but we got down here. I couldn't miss today. I couldn't miss the action that we've got going on the court here in West Des Moines Valley. Beautiful venue. This gym is just incredible. When we walked in this morning, they were just flipping the lights on for us, and it was, my goodness, look how wonderful this is going to be to watch some quality basketball today.
Indeed. We're going to go to a quick break right now. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for both basketball teams. This is Metro Sports TV. Glad to be at the Valley Fieldhouse. Big triple header here of basketball. Join us all day long.
Mitchell Electric, providing top-of-the-line electrical service since 1975. Mitchell Electric can help you solve your electrical needs with upgrades, remodeling, new construction, rewiring, and troubleshooting among the many services Mitchell Electric provides. Let Mitchell Electric light up your world today. Mitchell Electric, proud sponsor of Dakota Valley Athletics.
Go Panthers!
Welcome back to the Valley Fieldhouse. Today is the State Crossover Classic. 3 big games here today as we get set for a great day of basketball. The starting lineups for tonight. We're going to start with the Johnston Dragons coming in at 9-7. Big win last night, 53-36. Last year they were in the state tournament. Looking to do that again this year. They'll start Tino Day, 6'3" junior, averaging 15 points per game. Prestige Taylor, a 6-foot senior, averages 6 points per game. Seth Greipel, a 6'6" senior, averaging 5 points per game, along with 7 rebounds. Jalen Richardson, who starred last year in the sub-state game against East, 6'5" senior, averaging 8 points and 8 rebounds per game. And Carter Loney, 6'11" senior, averaging 5 points and 7 rebounds a game. Tino Day, Prestige Taylor, Seth Geipel, Jalen Richardson, and Carter Looney. The head coach is Courtney Henderson. Yep, that Courtney Henderson. outstanding star from the University of Iowa. An outstanding gentleman. Got to visit with him early in the game. He said, last time I saw you, he said he was very happy they won that big sub-state game against East last year. For the Norwalk Warriors, they come into this basketball game at 8-8 on the season. At one guard will be Mason Johnston, a 6-foot senior, averaging 5 points per game. At the other guard will be Caleb Foltz. Foltz is a 5'11 senior, averaging 8.5 points per game. Grady Crisp will be the senior at 6'5". He's averaging 11. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem. We'll get to the starting lineups right after this. All right, little pregame glitch. They said they were going to do the starting national anthem after the starting lineup. A little switch here, but we'll catch right up. Again, for the Norwalk Warriors, they will go with Cameron Thomas, a 6'1 senior, averaging 10.5 points per game. Mason Johnston, a 6-foot senior, averaging 5 points per game. Grady Sechrist, a 6'5 senior, averaging 11 points and 7 rebounds per game. Timothy Korselman, a 6'4" senior, averages 7.6 per game. And Caleb Foltz, 5'11" senior, averaging 8.5 points per game. Norwalk head coach is Aaron Peltzer, and as we mentioned in the pregame game, Steve, 2 years ago we watched Norwalk win a big sub-state game against East High, so we're somewhat familiar with these basketball teams, but we're excited about this game. When you look at the stats of these teams, you notice both teams average in the low 50s. They don't shoot it real well from three or from the field, but and we know full well these teams are defensive-minded.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of more of an old-school basketball matchup, but don't let the overalls fool you. This is going to be a high-quality basketball game. We've got some great talent, especially looking at the Johnston High School basketball team. Number 1, Tino Day, with some D1 offers coming into today. He'll be a person to watch. And number 12 for Norwalk High School, Grady Sechrist, the 6'5 senior, will likely go head-to-head with Tino, and we'll see how that matchup goes today.
Ironic, Tim Korselman, the senior, 6'3". The first player I ever saw dunk the basketball in a high school game was named Tim Korselman from Sheldon, Iowa. I'll never forget that. First dunk I ever saw in high school. I was about, I don't know, probably 4th grade maybe. Here's the jump as Looney will go up against Grady Sechrist, and the 6'11 Looney has the easy tip, and away we go here on Metro Sports TV. Thanks for joining us. Join us all day, if you will. A little handback series by the Johnston Dragons as Prestige Taylor looks to penetrate. Nothing there. Prestige played a great game last year against East in that sub-state game. Very patient is Johnston. They go a little high-low action. We got a hold as Carter Looney at 6'11", tried to get inside and was handcuffed. So they'll take that ball out of bounds. 5-shot rule going on each quarter. After 5, you get to shoot 2. And Steve, you know my opinion on that. I want that 1-and-1 back. Let's do that the first 3 quarters, and then the 4th quarter we shoot 1-and-1s. Here's Johnson, dribble drive in, little floater is up, no good by Jalen Richardson, and here come the Dragons.
Call yourself a little bit of a basketball purist to bring that the 1-and-1 back.
Shot comes up, no good, as the good fast break by the Norwalk Warriors, and Cameron Thomas was whacked down right there. So Cameron will go to the line. Common fouls only add up to the 5. Shooting fouls, of course, you get 2. And Cameron will go to the line, a 67% free throw shooter on the season. Tough loss last night for these Norwalk Warriors, losing to a very good Dallas Center Grimes team, 60-56. So a lot of these teams short rest, Steve, and we're going to see that as the day goes on, especially the teams that travel, as Cedar Rapids Kennedy will come in for the second game, and Sioux City East for the nightcap. Both free throws are good by Cameron Thomas, and a 2-0 lead for the Warriors of Norwalk. They're in their purple. Long 3 put up, off, no good. Looney with the big rebound as he reaches over that big frame as Seth Geipel missed the 3, and Johnston will get a fresh shot clock, and things will go. Taylor dribble drive, kicks, long 3 off, no good. Couple of good looks, but Jalen Richardson cannot score, and here comes the Dragons from left to right. Johnston in their home whites with that gold trim, always looks good. High post action going on as Thomas against the 6'11 Looney. That's a little different matchup. Another long 3, and that one's good. Caleb Foltz knocks that one in, averaging 9 points per game. Foltz hits that one, and good start right here.
Yeah, great start, 5-0 run for Norwalk. And you're kind of talking about the three-point struggles. That was a nice stroke there for the three-pointer.
Third miss on the 3 as Prestige Taylor can't hit. Pull up on the secondary break is off. No good by Grady Segrist, 6'5" senior. Another good look, dribble drive and score. Nice play right there by Tino Day, and he showed those outstanding skills with that nice drive.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell a little bit there, just getting a little peek of the athleticism that Tino Day's got and why he's receiving some offers to go and play beyond his high school years.
Just a junior, averaging 15 points a game. Have him listed at 6'3", but that's with some extra pairs of shoes on, I think. Hold out front. You're going to see that the Johnston Dragons are a very physical basketball team. Very good defensively by Coach Henderson. We saw that last year in the sub-state game against East High, as it was just a absolute brawl, but fun to watch type of brawl. I would not have want to been officiating that game.
Yeah, it's one of 2 different types of basketball games you like to watch. You like to watch the high-flying three-pointers dropping in from everywhere, and then you like to watch the old-school physical battles. It's 2 completely different sides of basketball. You don't see a lot of the physical this year, or so much anymore, but it's really appreciated when you do get to see it.
Hanger by Mason Johnson, no good. And here comes the Dragons, secondary break. Loney decides not to pop it from 3. Always good to see those 6'11 players come back on the secondary break and pop threes, but didn't want that. It's going to get into the flow of the game. Trailing 5-2 here early on your Central Bank scoreboard. There's the better look in there as they go into Big Carter. Loney puts it in at 6'11. Averaging 4 points a game, but puts that one in.
Yeah, good post play is Carter Loney at 6'11 is clearly the tallest person on the court by a good half a foot according to the stats here, and wouldn't be surprised for him to raise his 2.6 point per game average, get a little bit higher here today.
Jump pass on the baseline, those are always dangerous, and Tino Day was waiting for that. He gets down to the baseline, good spin move, and we're going up nicely with the left hand as Seth Geipel, 6'6" senior, averaging 6 points a game. Nice touch there. Our instant replay is brought to you by Vance Thompson Vision of Sioux City and Sioux Falls. Very patient, 17 on the shot clock for the Warriors. Long 3 put up off the bracket, no good. Day skies up and brings it down with confidence, and he's on the run. Gives Loney a look, but doesn't go to him. 3:46 to go here in the first quarter. 6-5 is your score as both teams, a little staggered screen for Day. Tino puts it up, knocks it home. 52% free throw shooter, and he's had over 80 attempts. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Kid's got some range.
So Tino Day is showing his skills here with 5 early points. And Johnston has now taken the lead with a 9-0 run. Long shot from the corner, and that's a beautiful shot right there. Caleb Foltz knocks that one in. Second three for Caleb Foltz. Averaging 8.5 on the season. Day again. That one's off the bracket. No good. And here come the Warriors. Corselman skies for the rebound. He's going to come back. Look to force. Day with a nice hedge. Knocks it away. And Norwalk will regroup and start all over. Shout out to former Norwalk longtime athletic director, my former teammate in high school, Al Lammers. Dribble drive in by Richardson. He goes up and score. Late whistle called and foul on number 1, Cam Thomas. So late call right there. Here's on our instant replays. It goes, it's an official, yep, called him right over the top of the head. And Richardson's going to get a gifter here, and you don't want to send him to the line. 87% free throw shooter on the season is Jalen Richardson, and remember him last year having a big game against East High, mainly on the defensive end and rebounding. Puts up a knuckleball, but knocks it home, and it's 12-8. Steve, we talked about this on the way down. This was going to be a tough battle throughout with both teams. It's going to be tough for either team to pull away from one another.
Yeah, with both teams having their struggles this season, this is really kind of a statement game for both teams, able to get the win, trying to put a little ground on each other and prove who's the better boss here.
Seacrest on the nice give and go, could get it in the basket, and here comes the Dragons. Long three goes up off and no good by Julian Liu, and he had a good look at it, did the junior, but couldn't knock it in. And the Dragons, with 1:55 to go here in the quarter, have a chance to get back into it. Long arcing three is off, no good. Checking into the game is Audric Pelzer, just a sophomore. Has kind of that Keith Wilkes, Jemiah Wilkes look on his shot. But
number 15,
Seth Gipple knocks in a three. His 5th point of the game, and it's 15-8 in favor of the Dragons. Again, both teams played last night. Kind of an early start at noon, and dribble drive in and not getting away with the jump pass was Jack Larson. 6'5" senior, needs to stay on the floor a little bit. We don't like jump passes here at Metro Sports TV because that is what happens with those. They normally don't work.
No, you kind of get yourself stuck when all of a sudden you're in the midair and you can't land. You got to get rid of it somewhere, and all of a sudden your guy's not where he's supposed to be or where you thought he was going to be. Next thing you know, ball's out of bounds.
It's usually where they thought. And speaking of that, on cue, Jalen Richardson throws one away. There's a drive by Norwalk as they kick it around the perimeter nicely. Great teamwork there. And the three is good by Tillman Papkin, the sophomore, so a couple of sophomores, and Papkin averaging 4 points a game as a sophomore. 6'1", has a nice looking stroke there. Makes it 15-11. Big night of basketball last night. Here's Richardson foul out, off, no good. Rebound ripped down by Caleb Foltz, and he's going to slow things down with 30 seconds. They're going to go one last possession. No shot clock. We do like the shot clock in Iowa high school basketball now. It took them a while to get there, but they finally did it.
Yeah, it's nice. It really keeps the flow of the game going. You don't see one team holding on to the basketball too long. It really allows the entire game to just flow.
Under 10 seconds. Norwalk still looking. Drive in, long three, put up and in. Knocking that one was Audric Pelzer, the sophomore, and a big three it is. And at the end of one, you see it on our Advanced Thompson Vision instant replay. Pelzer with a nice shot, knocks it in, 15-14. When we come back on Metro Sports TV, this is the Crossover Classic, brought to you by Caliber Homes of Des Moines.
Mitchell Electric, providing top-of-the-line electrical service since 1975. Mitchell Electric can help you solve your electrical needs with upgrades, remodeling, new construction, rewiring, and troubleshooting, among the many services Mitchell Electric provides. Let Mitchell Electric light up your world today. Mitchell Electric, proud sponsor of Dakota Valley Athletics.
Go Panthers!
Welcome back. We're at the Crossover Classic here at the Valley Fieldhouse. 15-14 is your score. Very entertaining and very tough first quarter. Both teams made some threes, made some drives, turned it over a little too much, but that's going to happen at noon on a Saturday after you play at night. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Caliber Homes and Danielle Seifert Realty. Thank you for all. And Danielle's going to stop in the game and talk to us a little bit. Caliber Homes, real estate professionals, RE/MAX Concepts. So thank you to Danielle and all her staff. Johnston has the basketball to start out. They're going to start out with a long three. That one's off, no good. Rebound slapped around and picked up by Tino Day. And he's going to come up in a hurry. Tino had 5 in the first quarter. Going to see a lot from him. Long three is off, no good. As forcing that one up from the corner is Nakar Cavill. He's a sophomore. 5'11" and good shooting stats in there, but may want to get a little flow before he puts it up. Nice drive by Seacrest, and Grady's going to go to the line. Very active at 6'5", averaging 14 points a game and 7 rebounds, and you can see why with that mobility.
Yeah, he's a big body down on the in the paint, willing to do the dirty work, and he's a hell of a player.
Indeed, his free throw is up and good. Seacrest, a 73% free throw shooter. And we're tied at 15. Teams from our second game, and it's going to be a dandy. Number 5 ranked Northwest Waukee, the Wolves, against the Cougars from Cedar Rapids Kennedy, ranked number 4. How about that? This is a mini state tournament, as we've mentioned many times. Here's Day on the baseline, goes up strong and scores. Has that little hesitation move that makes him tough to guard.
Yeah, a great cutter of the basketball. He gets a hold of it, and a little hesitation, one cut towards the rim, and he's got great body control once he gets down low.
Quick, strong, and skilled is very helpful. 7 points for Tino here early. Seacrest on the handback series, nothing there, give go, and there's Day making the play, and there's that hang, but he misses the left-handed layup. Maybe a little too much hang there by Tino. Good jam hedge right there, and dribble drive in, and they're going to make that layup. Nice play by Prestige Taylor. Great job in the open court, hedging the sideline break. So the makeup on that one is jumping to a little bit of trap are those quick guards. Taylor and Day, extremely quick. Also checking in the game is Caleb Bargilo. Here's a 3 off, no good. And Bargilo picks that up. He's a 6'2" junior. And the Dragons looking to run a little bit. Bargilo's going to put up a 3 and may want to get into the rhythm of the game there, as that one ricocheted all the way to Northwest Waukee. And here come the Dragons.
You know, with
Excuse me, the Warriors are trailing by. Here's Seacrest. Boy, he's outstanding as he drives in and cuts that one 19-8. 4 points now for Grady. As both teams. Now, the action's picking up. You can tell kind of.
The legs are getting warm.
Yeah, that noon tip was, I'm sure the teams like that. Great cross pass over there. Shot off, no good. Slapped around and going to be picked up by Johnston. Day with a floater inside, gets the kind roll.
Johnston, number 1, Tino Day.
3-point lead by Johnston on your Central Bank scoreboard. A lot of basketball last night, and there's a steal. And going up and laying her down was Avi Taylor, another one of those quick sophomores. Next year he'll be bringing that down, as you see Taylor with the hedge on that little trap, and then puts her right down. 23-18, long skip pass, as the jump trap is causing a little problem for the Warriors, and that's another turnover, but going to keep it right here. As Sankarana jumped out on the hedge. That's 6'8". That's a nice sized player to make your jump trap.
Right. Natish Sankaranti is, you can tell that he's on the court now. Quickly, the tallest guy. I'd like to see him and Carter Loney on the court at the same time. Those would be two real big bodies.
Indeed. And Sankaranti, you've been doing a good job with those names, too. Here's Tino Day, and the ball slapped away and taken by Audric Pelser, who has made his mark in this game with that big three towards the end of the quarter. Now a big steal right there. Kick at the corner, ball knocked away by the Dragons. On the run. Secondary break, three good. Seth Gipple knocks that one in. Head coach Aaron Pelser. He wanted a timeout before. He's going to get one now when we come back on Metro Sports TV. Little run by the Dragons. They lead at 26-18. Welcome back. Just like finding the perfect home, a player's sweet spot is all about location, location, location. Our presenting sponsor today, Danielle Seifert, knows all about locations and Caliber Homes. They have some of the best new developments across the Des Moines Metro. Danielle Seifert Realty and Caliber Homes, today's presenting sponsor. Big thank you to Danielle. 26-18, nice run by Johnston as they've gone to a little bit of a trap, and it's working out very well. And they're going to stay in that. And I would too. 26-18 is your score. First game of a triple header. Number 4 Kennedy against number 5 Northwest Waukee. Coming up next, there's another steal, and we've got a call, I believe. Nope, they're going to say Prestige Taylor got a little push. Coach Henderson is saying, how come you took the fast break away from me, as he looks around right there. And Courtney Henderson, of course, great player at Waterloo West, and about as classy as a gentleman coach as you'll ever meet. So we've got still talking about it a little bit as both coaches over, as Coach Pelser says we have the ball. Can we inbound it and see if we can narrow this deficit behind 26-18. Third game of our triple header tonight. Sioux City East, ranked number 8, stepping through. It's Thomas. Ball blocked away by Loney and then picked up left-handed. Great job by Cameron Thomas, the 6'2" senior, stuck with it, averaging 10 points a game and scores over 6'11". Nice play. Norwalk needed that long three off, no good. Thomas with the rebound. And here they come. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Fast moving first half here at the Crossover Classic. Number 2 West Des Moines Valley against number 7 East High, who defeated undefeated number 1 ranked AL last night in overtime. Exciting game that you can see on Metro Sports TV, and you can see every game on demand on Metro Sports TV. So if you want to watch this game again, go to Metro Sports TV, go on demand, and it's right there for you. Big night of basketball last night. Congratulations to our good friend from Dakota Valley, Coach Jason Kleiss, his 300th victory. Pelser's long three, tried to bank that one in, off no good. Rebound pulled off by the Johnston Dragons, and they're on the run. Coach Henderson said, let's run something, and that's a good start with Tino Day as he comes in right now. He's going to let one fly and hit. Tino Day, as we mentioned, hitting 52% from the three-point line. Hits his second of the day and the biggest lead of the day for Johnston. They lead by 9. Pelzer decides to pass up that three. Dribble drive in by Larson. Puts it back up and scores. Nice play by Dak Larson. Coach Henderson wants timeout. We'll be back right after this. 29-22, just getting our day started here at the state crossover on Metro Sports TV.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the State Crossover Classic. Big game here tonight, or this afternoon. 3 big basketball games, and right now, Johnston and Norwalk. As we notice, the action's picking up. Both teams moving a little quicker, playing faster.
Yeah, you know, these high school guys, they're not usually used to waking up this early. They're rolling out of bed at noon, 1 o'clock. You know, maybe if they got lifts a little bit earlier. It takes them a little while to warm up on a Saturday.
Indeed. So here come the Dragons, 9-7. Big win last night against Ankeny Centennial. Like to have a good 2-0 weekend. Always good to win on a Friday and Saturday. Little fade is off. No good by Seth Geppel, who's played very well today. And Norwalk on the run. All purple uniforms with the white trim. Here's Cam Thomas. He likes that spin to the other side. He can't score. Rebound pulled off by Johnston. Here's Day, who has a couple of three-pointers. 12 points already, averaging 16. Dribble drive in. Beautiful by Prestige Taylor. 6-foot senior, averages 6 points a game, but his quickness makes a big difference. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. 31-22. Again, the biggest lead of the day for the Dragons. It's been 9. Fell behind 5-0, but ever since then they have turned it around, and right now they lead by 9. 40 seconds to go, 28 on the shot clock. Day's going to put up a knuckleball, can't score, try to save it up underneath. Can't do that, as Sankarante said, put it in my hands and I can catch it and dunk it, but down by my ankles at 6'8", that doesn't work.
That's a long way down to try and gather a basketball.
So 34 seconds, no shot clock. But there probably will be a couple more possessions. 31-22 as Norwalk's trying to solve this. Looks like a 1-2-2 half-court trap, and they are very quick underneath for the skip pass. And wide open is Tillman Paxson. He puts it in, the sophomore, his second basket of the day. And now, with 10 seconds to go, Tino Day will try to create something for the Johnston Dragons.
Looks like he sent everybody down to the baseline to go one-on-one.
Seekers jumps out knowing that's coming. He goes with a diagonal pass underneath, and at the buzzer, they cannot score as Bargelo had a chance after a nifty pass by Day, but could not convert. And that is going to bring us to halftime with your score. The Johnston Dragons lead at 31-24. We'll be back with halftime stats right after this.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
Sight is sacred. It's one of the things that makes our connections so real. Locking eyes with another person, sharing a smile, watching your children grow and run and play. It's for those reasons that we take our job here at Vance Thompson Vision so seriously. Why we take that trust that's placed in us to guard that sense so seriously.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Excuse number 7 to go to Bob Rose for sports, the emergency meeting.
Hey, boss, I've got a meeting with Tito, Jose, and Jack.
Excuse number 24, the overworked mom.
I've got like 5 stops to make. I'm just gonna wing it.
Excuse number 42, the sick kid.
Sorry, boss, my kid's sick today.
The best pizza, the best chicken, and the best wings are at Bob Rose Point After and Bob Rose North End Zone.
H2O for You is your water store. H2O for You is the solution for cleaner dishes, clothes, showers, and tubs, and water that tastes fantastic. Your water store will even test your family's water for free. And all of our equipment comes with free basic installation. Having issues with your current water system? Your water store services most brands. Have the clean, soft, great-tasting water your family deserves. Go to softwater.com or call 258-SOFT today.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I've made some great friendships with my professors. I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes a world of difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flayhardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
This perfect ring is for Allie from Zach. They married without a diamond ring right before Zach went to serve his country. And now he's back. Jake and Sarah successfully pitched a big client together over a year ago. They got along very well. So well, in fact, Jake's about to pitch Sarah a proposal. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
We're at halftime of our first game of our crossover classic, Johnston and Norwalk, with the Dragons leading 31-24 here at halftime. Game 2 coming up around 1:30. You have number 4 ranked Cedar Rapids Kennedy against number 5 ranked Northwest Waukee. And then the nightcap will be number 2 West Des Moines Valley against number 7 Sioux City East. Outstanding triple header here tonight. Breaking a full court press in basketball requires the same strategic mind as navigating the competitive Des Moines metro real estate market. With over 20 years of experience, Danielle Seifert can help you buy, sell, and even build your dream home. Danielle Seifert, Realty, today's sponsor for this outstanding basketball venue here today. We're at halftime, 31-24 is your score. as Johnston leads. They were led by Tino Day, as we expected, the 6'3" junior, averaging 15, has 12. 8 points for Seth Geppo, played very well. 5 points for Jalen Richardson, 2 points apiece for Aylin Taylor, Carter Loney, and Prestige Taylor. So Coach Courtney Henderson's basketball team leading here 31-24. It was that 1-2-2 half-court trap that made the big difference. For the Norwalk Warriors, their leading scorer in the game was so far in the game here at half was Caleb Foltz with 2 3-pointers for 6 points. Grady Segrist has 4 points. 4 points for Cameron Thomas. 3 points for Audric Peltzer. And 2 points for Jack Larson. Caleb Foltz also with 6 points as they trail here 31-24 at halftime. The Johnston Dragons lead the Norwalk Warriors in this tremendous Valley Fieldhouse as we get set for a triple header. Second half of this game, and then 2 to follow. When we come back, we'll have the opening tip to the second half. We're at halftime on Metro Sports TV. Johnston leads 31-24.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
A lot happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
and this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News. We are Siouxland proud.
Second half's about ready to start here. 31-24 is your score. Johnston leads, and you got to enjoy a basketball game that is well officiated, and only 4 free throws in the first half. 1 for 1 for Johnston Dragons, 2 for 3 for the Norwalk Warriors, as these teams playing tough basketball but clean basketball and very well officiated.
Yeah, I really like to see that, especially because you were talking to some of the referee crew as they were coming in today. They were also refereeing last night, so everyone's a little bit tired. We like that they're allowing the boys to play, though. It's really letting the flow of the game flow.
Indeed. Big half for Tino Day. 5 out of 8 from the field. If that continues, that's going to be tough to stop.
Yeah, he's been kind of a sneaky 12 points for Tino Day. He's kind of just been getting them here and there, doing the little things right, but it's made a big impact.
Today's basketball games are presented by Caliber Homes. Love where you live at Caliber Homes. So Johnston has the basketball. They trail. They struggled against a 1-2-2 half-court jump trap. They're facing a man-to-man right here, and they are probing to get some shots. Cameron Thomas, who was very effective, but Grady Segrist is the man they need to really get going. Grady only 1 out of 6 in the first half. Had some good looks, had some tough breaks. Little half hook put up no good by Caleb Foltz, who had 2 3-pointers, probably a little too close for Caleb. Can't hit, and here comes Johnston, who has led as many as 9. Lead here by 7 at the half. They're going to get their pattern offense. Look for a little slip screen to Tino Day, wasn't open. And now Prestige Taylor is and knocks it in. Prestige, first 3 of the game. He has 5 on the game, averaging 6. A big 3-pointer to start the half. Biggest lead of the night for the Johnston Dragons.
Yeah, and it's really been the physicality of Johnston so far. They're wearing out this Norwalk defense every time they have possession. And then when they kick one out for a 3-pointer, those legs are so tired, they're just taking a little too long to get there.
Well, we talked about in the pregame, Coach Henderson's team is known for its defense. Force a turnover there with a good overplay and see if they can increase this 10-point lead. First game of a triple header. Kennedy and Northwest Waukee coming up. Long 3 in and out. That one by Gipple just popped out of there. Seth with 2 threes, and that one's going to hit the scoreboard and come back up. We were talking about that the other day. That's in play, the bracket and the scoreboard. We were thinking, why wouldn't that start? Why wouldn't they keep those? let them count.
Right. Little extra backboard for you to use. You can lay one up high and lay one up really high.
Yeah, takes skill to bounce one off the shot clock and score. Day with a beautiful cut. Great pass by Jalen Richardson. He lays it in, and 14 points now by Day, and he's starting to take over this basketball game for Johnston, who had a big win last night and a tough loss for Norwalk. Long 3 put up by Korselman, and a big one right there, the 6'4" senior. Knocks that one in. Doesn't shoot a lot of 3-pointers, but that was a big one. Taylor probes, goes to Richardson, and then they flip it out and knocking that one in beautifully. Zacaranti with a big 3, only averaging 2 points a game, but look at the big fella step out and knock that one in on your Vance Thompson instant replay. Vance Thompson in Sioux City and Sioux Falls. Fast break right there. And here comes Richardson with a head of steam and throws it to Zacaranti, and Zacaranti says either throw me at the post or hit me on the secondary for the 3-pointer like I just hit, but do not throw it to me there. And the ball goes out of bounds. 39-27 is your score, matching the largest lead of the night, of the afternoon, for the Johnston Dragons. Trailed 5-0 early, took the lead at the end of the quarter, 15-14, 31-24 at half, and now up by 12. Step through, off, no good. The Segrist, and Grady probably wants one more step and slam that in. There's a dribble drive in, and scoring is Tino Day. Coach Aaron Peltzer would not surprise me one bit if he called a timeout right here. And it looks like he's going to do that, and we're going to take a timeout with them as Norwalk is starting to pull away. They lead at 41-27 here on Metro Sports. 4:23 to go. Third quarter. First game of a big triple hitter here on Metro Sports TV.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
Welcome back to Metro Sports TV, 41-27. A big thank you to the staff here at Valley, including their outstanding athletic director, Brad Rose, for the hospitality here today. A lot of room, and Steve, I know as you're the producer, you guys like it when the accommodations are this good.
Yeah, it was great. Like I said, we came down here from South Dakota earlier this morning, got here, and was just amazed with all the room. I'm stretching my arms out wide, and I still got plenty of room.
Watch Metro Sports TV on our platform, Metro Sports TV, but also Metro Sports TV on YouTube and also Twitter Live. You can watch all of our free and live and on-demand content on Metro Sports TV. And give us a like and give us a subscribe. Appreciate that. And then you'll get the heads up whenever we come on with broadcast. And Metro Sports TV is proud to even say this. I did not know it until I was told the other day. Later this afternoon will be our 1,000th live broadcast on Metro Sports TV. How about that?
Pat, you don't look a day over your 900th broadcast.
Well, as I was telling KCO the other day when they congratulated, said it's been real. It's been real hard at times, but it has been real fun as well. 4 minutes to go here, 41-27. Norwalk needs a big possession right here. Audric Peltzer, who has hit a 3, and there's a hold as Cameron Thomas averaging 10 points a game. Cameron with 6 in the first half. Need to get Cameron the basketball thing, but he makes it happen.
Yeah, I think so. They need to focus on that here in the second half to try and claw into this lead that Johnston's been able to amass.
Dribble drive in, they spin around. Peltzer gets trapped on the baseline, tries that jump pass. We don't like that, throws it away. And here comes the Dragons. Taylor's going to reset. Prestige with that quickness, crossover dribble. Here's Richardson with that big body, turns, no good. Tip up, off, no good. And Norwalk survives right there.
Rob, I don't know. Rob, I'm used to working with Rob Maynard. Pat, I don't know what you think, but I'm not so keen on the tip up. I'd rather have the guy get the rebound and take it down and reset to go up strong.
Indeed. Yeah, with the Metro
Shout
Sports.
out Rob Maynard.
Yeah, Rob had the great call on the overtime win last night as Sioux City East won a thriller over undefeated Abraham Lincoln. And Rob talked to him this morning. He really enjoyed that. Sounded like it was a great basketball game. We're tuning in as well. Swinging around is Norwalk. Again, they need to score, have not scored here for a couple of minutes. Half hook off, no good by Cameron Thomas. We thought he needed to get involved, and he did, but left that one off. And 41-27, and Tino Day dribbles it off his foot and it goes out of bounds, and Tino says it went off of Norwalk, but the official said, no, sorry, Tino, we're going the other way. Good defense that time by Norwalk, and they're getting the stops, but they're not getting the scores, Steve.
Yeah, they just need to get something going, get the saran wrap off that basket. It's fresh. You can score. The buckets are there.
Out of bounds under now by Segras as he's trying to get things happen. Both him and Thomas, the leading scorers, just need to get things happening here. But as you said, there's something over that basket.
I tell you what, give a lot of credit to Johnston's defense, though. They've not allowed Norwalk to really get many clean looks, if any at all.
Little hanger right there.
Warrior basket number 22, Tillman
Popson with a great hanger and score. He has 7 points, does a sophomore, and maybe he can add a little jump to this Norwalk offense. Day leaves it short, and Norwalk has a chance right here to cut it within double digits. Great pass underneath, and Thomas misses the lay-in. Had a chance right there. Cameron got a little too deep, and that wasted opportunity right there. Johnston wants a timeout. We'll be back. 2 minutes to go on your Central Bank scoreboard. 41-29. Thanks for joining us on Metro Sports TV. Today's presentation brought to you by Caliber Homes of Des Moines.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Just across town, Ankeny is one of the fastest growing cities in Iowa, adding over 5,000 residents in just the past 3 years. That's almost as quick as these kids are scoring here today, and Danielle Seifert and Caliber Homes can help you with all your realty needs. See Danielle Seifert Realty. 41-29 is your score. Norwalk trying to solve this tough defense of Johnston. When you look at these basketball teams and you look at Class 4A with these defense, you never know. They can sneak up. 4A is so competitive, but it seems like the best defensive teams we always see at the Wells Fargo.
Well, what's the old adage? Defense wins championships.
Indeed. Jumping out in maybe a trap is Norwalk, as 1-3-1 with Seagrass on top. Diagonal passes by Johnston to try to beat this, as Gipple, who is tough for three, as Richardson puts it up, but going on the weak side rebound is Bargiolo, and the high-skying 6'2" guard rips it down, but gets fouled right there. First personal, 1:33 to go. This has been, as we talked about, not a lot of free throws attempted, only 4 in the first half. Only 4 fouls total here in the third quarter. You gotta like that. Long three put up, off, no good, as Avie Taylor, sophomore, misses, getting down low and waiting and putting up with the left hand. And again, Cameron Thomas can't score down low, and good post defense.
And he's got to be getting frustrated. 65% shooter from the floor, and he's really struggled here.
Well, when number 5, Jalen Richardson, who you just saw score on that flash, when he's down there, and Richardson's going to almost come up with a steal there. When he's down there playing post defense, we saw that last year in the sub-state game against East. He is just a rugged carry, 6'5", and carries it very well at about 225 pounds. He is just a load, but he's also very patient and skilled. Post defense takes a lot more skill than what people think, and great job by Richardson right there. He is just tough down in that post.
Great footwork. That's really one of the big bases about post defense, is getting your feet underneath you, getting a wide base, and he does a great job of that.
We have a hold underneath, as they're going to get Bargiolo for a hold, as he had a hold of Seacrest, and it's going to go out of bounds under for Norwalk, who was only scored 2 points here in the last 4.5 minutes. Larson has checked in the game. He has 2, looks to barrel it in there, but he goes up against a bunch of bigs, including Sacarante, and gets it blocked. And Coach Henderson said, let's slow that. Nope, they're going to say fire away. As he said, put his hands up, let's run something. And they ran a great play right there as Seth Gipple knocks in his 3rd 3 of the game. He comes up with a big steal on the break. Here comes Tino Day, baseline hanger, good. 5-0 run towards the end of the third quarter right here. And it has put the spacing 48-29. Norwalk looks for a final shot. Going to get a long 3 by Jack Larson, and he gets the roll to end the quarter. And the Warriors needed that, as Larson stops a 5-0 run at the end in the final 30 seconds and hits it. But Johnston leads at 48-32 when we come back on Metro Sports TV.
When the leaves start to turn, that means summer's over. So head to Baumgars now for your pre-winter needs. In one stop, you'll find leaf rakes and winterizing fertilizers for your lawn, plus batteries and antifreeze for your car, weather strip, caulk, and pest control for your home, and warmer clothing for you. There's shelter for your pets and heaters, including electric, propane, and kerosene to keep you warm. From the Midwest to the Rockies, Baumgars is your fall weatherization headquarters.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Metro Sports and Caliber Homes is proud to present State Crossover Classic here today, and a 9 8-3 run has given the Dragons of Johnston a 16-point lead. Long three, and that could have been the dagger. The tip is up and good by the high jumping as Bargelo goes in with a tip. He's been very effective in there at 6'2", but he can really sky. Big three right there by Mason Johnson. His first basket of the day, and just in time for Mason Johnson, and 15-point lead for the Dragons here in the fourth quarter. So let's see how they look to protect the ball as Norwalk is in that trap, trying to force tempo. Pull-up shot, no good. Segrist with the rebound. And a chance right here for the Warriors. As Mason Johnson with the basketball, just hit one. Didn't want that one. Driving in and off, no good, is Segrist's hanger. Another missed opportunity. Here's Day driving in, rolls off, no good. All the way around. Looked like one of my putts to win a match right there. And the Warriors dodged a bullet as Tino Day slaps his hands. He knew that one was in.
I think everybody in this gym thought that finger roll was going in.
Basket cut, shot put off, no good by Korselman. And once again, getting denied on the offensive end is Norwalk. They only had scored 8 points in the third quarter. Day gets hung up, long three put off, no good. Great block out by Cam Thompson. Coach Peltzer for Norwalk thought maybe over the back, but I'll tell you what, let's bring these officials back to Siouxland.
Yeah, right.
These guys are really good. They do a nice job of allowing them to play, but not too much. We've had a couple of holds. Tino Day gets inside and scores his 20th point of the game.
Yeah, no glasses needed by these referees.
No, they are outstanding. And finally, knocking that one in was Segrist, 6'5" senior, averaging 13. Only has 6 on the day and 3 out of 14 from the field.
Yeah,
tough day for Grady.
Real nice floater for Segrist. It's exactly what you see. Really high arcing, not a lot of spin, just kind of putting it up there and letting the arc take it into the hoop. Again,
a little clear out for Day, and Segrist at 6'5" made this block the shot. They're going to call him for a foul, and going to the line will be Tino Day, a 76% free throw shooter. As we said, a 52% three-point shooter with 84 attempts. That's pretty darn good. That's really good. Let's put it that way. 36% is a good three-point shooter. You start shooting anything over that. Free throw up, no good. Johnston won last night 53-36 over Ankeny Centennial. Came out just a little slow, falling behind 5-0, but then have taken off after that. Led by 1 after the end of the first quarter, 7 at halftime, by 16 at the end of 3, and hanging around right now by 16 right here. And time is not an ally of Norwalk as they trail 53-37, need to make something happen. Plenty of time on the shot clock with 17 seconds left. Ball slapped out of bounds by the defensive wizard, Jalen Richardson. Boy, you can start a team with that big guy in the middle, and you're going to be awful good. Then you throw a guard like Tino Day, and look out. Little pull-up jump shot, good by Segrist, and you're going to need him to really take off here in the final quarter. He has 7 now, 4 in the last minute. Tino Day back up dribble, gets in some instructions right by the benches. They're sitting right there. And Johnston looking for their 10th win of the year. Double staggered, they're going to clear out for Tino Day. Two seconds on the shot clock, 3 put up, no good. Here come the Warriors. If they can hit a 3 here, it would go a long way. And they're going to get a chance, and off, no good. As the shot's not going in, Mason Johnson, who had just hit one recently, couldn't get that one going. Day with the hanger, he scores. They had a chance right there, did the Dragons, in a big turn of events. Missed in and out 3, and Basket on the other side. With that quickness, Johnston causing all kinds of problems for Norwalk. Outstanding defensive basketball team without fouling, which is the hard thing to do.
Right.
Little floater off, no good by Korselman, tipped around, and here comes Prestige Taylor. Long three, off, no good by Richardson. He deserves that after all that hard work down low. He's like, I'll hit this three, and he can make those. He's 41% from the three-point line with 15 makes, so Jalen can do it on both ends of the court. Dribble drive in. They're going to say Prestige Taylor pushed off with that straight arm. Prestige didn't think so, but 3:13 to go. Second game of the doubleheader coming up right after this. And this may be a preview of a state tournament game, either first round semifinal, even a championship. Number 5 ranked Northwest Waukee Wolves against number 4 Cedar Rapids Kennedy Cougars. Boy, and those Cougars can run it. They've had 8 games over 80 points this year. So we'll see if playing last night has affected them any. And we know Coach Brett Watson and his Wolves team, they're awfully big and they're awfully talented. It's going to be an outstanding game. You will have to change streams. Here's Day with that pull-up. No good. Norwalk, you will have to change streams. Just log out, and we'll have the Kennedy Waukee game. Different stream, see Caress, and it's good to see Grady come around there. He had some tough rolls in the first half, and now he's starting to get it going, but maybe too little too late for the Warriors. So you will have to log out, find our Kennedy stream against Waukee, click on that, and we will have it for you. Do not stay on this stream. This game is over, and to the archives it'll go. Our producer, Steve Marino, will get it there, and you can watch that game on demand. So three-pointer right here could make it interesting. Just under 2 minutes to go. Dribble drive by Thomas, and he's still having tough luck. Seacrest had tough luck in the first half, and Cameron Thomas tough luck in the second half.
Yeah, not for a lack of effort, boy. Both players giving it their all tonight, just running into a brick wall that is the Johnston Dragons.
1:49 to go here in the fourth quarter. Believe it or not, we're just getting underway here at the Valley Fieldhouse, the first game of our triple header. When we come back, Johnston has a 14-point lead, 1:49 to go.
We are committed to delivering world-class eye care and surgical vision correction for patients, but patients shouldn't choose us because of that. Patients should come here because we are committed to ensuring they are comfortable, feel cared for, and are heard throughout the process, and we're always committed to doing the right thing for the patient. And I'm committed to being at my best for each and every patient.
Making a great player on court is a lot like making a great real estate deal. Danielle Seifert was a star athlete in her day. She has the skills, experience, and connections that you need. Plus, she's a sales director at Caliber Homes. So new construction is in your playbook. You need to talk to Danielle Seifert of Caliber Homes and Seifert Realty. And we'll have Danielle here right before the third game. So proud sponsor of today's triple header here on Metro Sports TV. A lot of basketball going on as tournament play comes. Our Sioux Falls crew with Brad Newitt was ready to go, and our Northwest Iowa crew with Rob Maynard. We'll have all the action for you as Richardson rolls it in. He scores, and he's had a very productive day. Don't let that just 8 points fool you. He is a heck of a basketball player. So up by 16, that has been the largest lead of the night, and with 1:20 to go, that might just be a big battle underneath, and it's going to go over to Norwalk. Cedar Rapids Kennedy, Northwest Waukee coming up. Close off this stream, go to the new stream in about a half hour, wouldn't you say, Steve?
Yeah, just give me a little bit of time to switch it over. Be a little patient with me, but we'll get there.
Yep, we'll be up, probably back on the air at 1:25 as we were told. They're going to try to stay as close to the 1:30 and 3 o'clock tip time as they can. Richardson did a great drive inside. They swing it back. They show that discipline that they have. And we saw that last year in the sub-state game against Sioux City East. They just do so many things right under Coach Henderson. Great style of basketball, just rugged defense, good shot selection, ISO plays for your good players.
Which is caused by it's good coaching. It's a sign of good coaching when you're able to do that. Play as hard-nosed defense as you can. You know your players are smart enough to not foul, to get their hand placement and their body control in the proper spot and play as well as they have today.
35 seconds on the shot clock. Only 53 seconds left in the game, so Johnston will get their 10th win of the season. And a good weekend for them, a Friday night win and a Saturday afternoon win. Can't beat that. 30 seconds on the shot clock, so they'll probably run this down. And Norwalk will try to bounce back. They had a tough loss last night, and they just showed how tough it is as Day goes in and scores, gets to the rim, gets downhill, it seems, anytime he can. He does not look that big, but those long arms and that quickness make a big difference. 25 points for Tino Day. And can't hit that free throw, which 76% free throw shooter. Only 2 out of 4 today for him, but that's the only thing he's done wrong. 59-41 is your score. Sechrist can't hit. Day with the rebound, and that's going to probably end it right here as Coach Henderson throws his hands up and says, no reason to go anymore. Big win for the Johnston Dragons as they'll win this game 59-41 on your Central Bank scoreboard. And very impressive, as I always am when I watch Coach Henderson's basketball team play.
Absolutely great win by Coach Henderson and the Johnston Dragons. Great game by both teams, but there was one clear, more physical team here today.
Indeed, and that's going to end your basketball game here as the Johnston Dragons play extremely well and win. We hope to have Coach Henderson before the next game start. Please log out, go to the next stream, and it's going to be a good one. Cedar Rapids Kennedy against Northwest Waukee when we come back. We'll have Coach Henderson, we hope, after this. Big win, 59-41.
Banking isn't just about financial products.